Leo, I know it's not the playoffs yet, but is this does it anyway feel like it with it being the third game in a row against the same team?
Yeah, I think regardless of who we're playing, it's pretty unique that you're playing a team 3 times in a row in the season. But I think our mentality is to, start and getting ready and playing playoff hockey. I think that's you don't want to go into it where you're not playing your best and want to feel good about our game and where we're at as a team. And yeah, that's the mentality with the group, and we're going to get a really desperate team tonight. They were a really desperate team Friday night. We did a good job responding. But we got a lot of respect for them. They play really hard. They've got a really good goalie, and we know they're going to come, so we just got to make sure we're ready to start the game on time.
Is this a game because you're seeing them for the third time in a row? Like, you don't really need to say a lot to your guys?
Yeah, we kind of switch up the meetings. It was optional to come in this morning. We're just going to show special teams. I think everybody knows how they play, want to play, what we need to do to be successful. But I think for us, it's more we need to play our game the way we need to play to be successful. And I think that's more important at this time of the year. You know everybody's systems, how they want to play, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. So it's more fine-tuning what you need to be good at, and we've been really harping on our I think for me personally as a coach, like, I want to keep us under 200 goals for the season. And it hasn't been done in a really long time. I think it's a product of how we play, really good goaltending, special teams. Our penalty kill has been great all season. Guys have bought into defending and giving up, and I think that's really the focus going down the stretch.
Constantinius obviously had the hat trick Saturday, which was really great. He collectively has probably had an up and down rookie season. Do you think that kind of game can turn him?
Yeah, he's been playing really good of late. I think when he's 18. It's really hard to play in this league as an 18-year-old. We knew there was going to be ups and downs, but the really important thing is playing his best hockey at the most important time. I think his last 6-game segment, he's bought into the details that he needs to have in his game, the things he can control, his work, his compete level, his effort, his responsibility. He played center this past weekend. We ask a lot of our guys, especially centers, in our own zone, and he's done a great job with that, and it was good to see him get rewarded, because sometimes, you as a coach, you tell players to play the game the right way, and they don't start seeing results. They can kind of veer off and try to do it their own way, but Const's stuck to it. He's been a great teammate. He's playing really good hockey.
So speaking with him, you have a guy like Vinny Prospero, who's European, came over as a teenager, kind of similar to Consta. I think those two talk quite a bit, but at the same time, you're coming from a background where you worked exclusively with teenage prospects.
Yeah.
How much are you hands-on versus hands-off with Consta's development?
It's a process. I have the utmost respect for Vinny. Played 4 years in the American League, had 600 NHL points, played in the Stanley Cup final. He's been through it. He has a different experience than me. I never played in the NHL. I never played in the AHL. I can't sit and talk to Constantine like I know what it feels like to go what you're going through. I don't. But my biggest thing I think, different how Vinny approaches to I approach it. It's Constantine has to buy into the things that I think he's finally understand. It's not about points. You don't have to worry about points. It's not where you're judged on. It's your compete level and how you play a team game, and buying into the things that he needs to do to be successful to ultimately get to the NHL one day. And I think he's understanding that that he has some gifts. You got to let players make mistakes, and they go through it to a certain extent. I think if you talk to a player and they make one mistake, The second time, I believe it's a decision that you're making not to buy in or not to listen. So he's done a good job with that. I think he's understanding. There's been times too where I haven't played him a lot. I'm not just going to throw him out there because he's a high draft pick and needs to play. You got to earn it, and Consta's earned that. The reason why he's playing more now is because he's earned it. And he's playing really good hockey. But by not playing a kid during the game, you have to. There has to be some accountability of where your game's at. Whether you're 18 years old, whether you're Murriabo, like your ice time or your play is ultimately determined by your effort and your compete level, and Constance has done a really good job these last, I would say, almost month of buying into what he needs to do to be successful.
Shift to another rookie, very, very recent rookie, Tyler Kopp. I thought it looked like he played more minutes Saturday than he did on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What did you see in him over those 2 games?
Yeah, he's big. He's got a good stick away from the puck, competes really hard. I think it's really difficult to go from college to play in the American League. But he's done a really good job for us. I think when he's skating, he's in on the forecheck and he's disruptive. He's doing a nice job, and he's getting only 5-on-5 minutes right now. But I mean, he played 14 minutes, played 11 minutes. That's a lot of 5-on-5 minutes. Especially not playing on special teams. If you look at guys 5-on-5 minutes, if you're playing 10 to 13 minutes 5-on-5, that's a lot of ice time for someone that's not on special teams. So he's done a good job. He's going to get another chance to play tonight, and then, as it goes down the stretch, I'd like to get our lineup close to what I'm giving the guys that are up right now, close to what we're going to see in the playoffs, to get some continuity with that. But he's done a good job for us.
Starter tonight?
That would be it.
5 games left. I know you just said that you would likely try to have your playoff roster be the one you put out there. But I mean, if say going into, I know we're thinking ahead, but next weekend home with Toronto, like if you guys get to a point where you know where you are going to be and where you are going to finish in the standings, is there a chance that you switch the lineup to give some guys a rest at the end?
Yeah, I try not to think too much about it, to be honest. I just worry about it, getting as many wins as we can right now and tonight. I think when you start worrying about we're going to be here, what if Laval, I just think it makes you go crazy. Just focus on the next game, make sure our team plays good tonight, regroup tomorrow, make a decision on the lineup for Friday, and then go from there. I think it's, I'm sure the guys do it. They see where we're at. We got a little fortunate last weekend. Laval lost a couple games. We know where we're at. We're trying to. I do think it's something to think about for the group, and I think the guys know. You guys go a long time in their career to how many opportunities do you really have to, win the league possibly? It's really hard to do, and they've earned the right to play in competitive games. I mean, and I owe it to them we're going to try to win as many games as we can towards the end of the year. Like they've earned it. I don't believe in, at certain times we make decisions on lineup of 3-and-3s of resting guys and stuff, but I think at this time of the year, you try to win as many games as you can, and you owe it to the group for, I respect our group a lot. Like, we've been first or second for the last 2.5 months of the season. Like, that's really hard to do. That means you're getting everybody's best every single night, and we just continue to answer the test and find ways to win games. Sure, we've gone through tough stretches, but these guys are gamers, and I know, it's in the back of their mind to try to get as many wins as you can and put ourselves in a position, and you can control what you can control. So we're going to try to win as many games as we can down the stretch.